Hello, my dears. This is Resilient Lives, beaming you a few nuggets of joy and checking in on you. How are you? The big question. We are now in day 2 of this week, and this week is still new. Some of us are trying to get back to work, and and we're looking at choices. We're looking at how we want this year to look because last year started and it didn't end up looking the way we wanted it, but we adapted and made it happen. So here we are, 2021. And so I'm just wanting to be clear with myself. So I think it seems like my theme this week is going to revolve around clarity. I want to be clear with what it is I'm wanting. And yesterday I said I wanted joy. I do. I even did a little dancing. I said, oh, let me try this. That goes along with that insanity. I couldn't keep doing the same thing and expecting a different results. I couldn't expect joy to be consistent if I wasn't regularly doing something to bring about joy. So that meant, here we are, choices. So I just wanted to be clear. And I know that you are looking at your year and putting out in your plans what your year is going to be. You're designing. That's what we're exploring. That's what we're thinking. And so I just want to continue virtually beaming you some support and love, because in spite of the fact that the hourglass has flipped over to a new year, some things are still happening. We're still in the middle of the pandemic. The vaccines are a little slow getting to everyone, so we got to keep our guards up. But we have to remember those things that are going to help our lives to intentionally improve or be better. We don't want to do insanity. So, do you have any plans for the new year? Well, it seems to be in the air, thoughts of planning what you want your year to look like. My friend I was talking to today said there was an article in the New York Times, and it was suggesting that you draw what you want more of in your life this year, or draw what you want less of this year. I think that's interesting. I'm not really an artistic person. I am visual, but that if you are, that would use one of those creative modes that you have, drawing what you want more of. What would that look like if you were drawing it, or what you want less of? I don't know what drawing less of, less chaos, less confusion, less death, less disunity. I don't know how to draw that, but I'm looking forward to a year of having joy infused in it. And if we are going to plan for the year, then we have to be clear with that plan. We got to plan it all the way to the end. We cannot be wishy-washy. We cannot be planning it halfway. We got to stay on course. We've talked a little bit about that before, about staying the course, and staying woke. And because we have to be sure that we are sending that message to the brain and keeping ourselves psyched up and pumped up. As leaders, the suggestion is, I think it was Rosabeth Cantor, who does a lot of change management, and she suggests that leaders, they have to, whatever it is they're leading and doing, they have to keep their energy up and keep it going, because people are following you, or people or your team that you're working with is expecting you to keep that enthusiasm and passion for your project, or else it's going to start to fizzle. So as we plan our personal lives and our relationships and our team lives, we got to plan it all the way to the end. So we're focusing on clarity this week and planning our choices throughout the year, all the way to the end. So be encouraged. You might want to be a little risky. I don't know, do something more fun. Risk for me was dancing and freezing. That brought a smile to my face, because that's not what I usually do. But remember, we are on this journey together. The journey is a bumpy road, but if we have clarity and we know what we're doing, then we have a map, we have a plan, we know what we want to do. And yesterday we talked a little bit about what we can control and what we can't. And so we know there's some things that are beyond our control, but there are lots of things that are within our control. We have choices. So as you make your choices for this year, plan them to the end, and know that you're not alone. We are flourishing and thriving together, and that is good news. We're still here, and we will continue to be okay, because can't forget that together is healing. So be safe, feel loved, and we'll talk again tomorrow. Bye-bye.